So after students are familiar with using the partial quotient strategy for division, we begin to build efficiency by looking at our ability to take more efficient jumps as we use this strategy. So here, if we look at a division problem like 431 divided by 3, and we're using the partial product strategy here, but we're trying to be really efficient with that. And so the first thing we want to focus on is what's the highest number of hundreds or groups of hundreds that we could take out of this problem. And I know if I did 100 groups of 3, that would be 300. And I have at least that many. If I did 200 groups of 3, that would be 600. And I don't have that much. I only have 431. So I'm going to take out 100 groups of 3 to start with. And 100 times 3 is 300. So when I take that 300 away from my total, I'm left with 131. Well, I know that I can't take any more hundreds of groups of 3, but I can take some tens of groups of 3. And so I know that 40 times 3 is 120. And that's going to be the most efficient jump that I can make in my tens place here, because 50 groups of 3 would be 150, and I don't have that many left. I only have 131. So when I take 120 away from the 131, I'm left with 11. And so I have 11. I'm looking for the largest group of ones that I can do, and in the ones place. And I know that I can do 3 groups of 3 and get 9. If I did 4 groups of 3, that would be 12, and that's too many. So 3 groups of 3 is 9. And so I'm going to take 9 out of that 11. And when I do, I'm left with 2 left over. And so just like I did in the partial quotient strategy before, I'm looking at which groups have I taken, or how much have I taken out so far. And I took 100 groups, 40 groups, and 3 groups. So when I add that together, I have 143 groups of 3 that I've taken out. And then I'm left with a remainder of 2. I have 2 left over after taking those 143 groups out of 431.